Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Bible Study Minute. Today we're taking a look at the book of Amos. So we're starting by taking a look at chapter 1, verse 1, as well as chapter 9, which is the final chapter. And what we see about Amos is he is another prophet in Israel, and he's also a contemporary of Hosea that we took a look at yesterday. So there were multiple prophets in Israel during the time of Jeroboam II that are preaching for Israel to repent, to return to the Lord, and to just show them and tell them about all the idolatry that they're doing and how it's going to end in their destruction if they don't turn from their current ways. And we see that Amos is no different. And what he's doing is preaching and letting them know that destruction is going to come. And he lets them know that this destruction is going to come from the Lord because he's tired of their idolatry and their lack of reverence and worship of him. And there's nowhere that they can hide, whether they go to the highest mountain, into a cave, the depths of the sea, to heaven, to hell. There's really nowhere they can go to hide from God. He's going to find them and bring judgment upon them. But then he doesn't just leave it at that. He also lets them know that there's a message of hope and restoration to come. And one of the things that we see about Israel, especially going back to the very beginning, is that they were to be a people that were to reflect God. God set them apart to be different from the rest of the world. But Israel chose to be like the rest of the world. But in their being set apart, they were supposed to bring God to the world. And God says, you know what, you failed at that, but I'm still going to bring this to fruition. And we see part of that restoration here in verses 11 and 12, where we see this also quoted in the book of Acts. And what we see here is that God is going to bring people from all over the world, and they're going to worship and be a part of his people. And I'm thankful for that, because without that, the gospel would not be for me. It would not be for other people as well. So what we need to focus on here is that even though God is bringing discipline for those who reject him or continue to walk down a path of sin, which is a very real thing, even for us as believers, that God will discipline us for our sin. But even in the midst of that, God will restore, and he's seeking to restore people back to himself. And that is the main message, and that is the message of the gospel, and that is what points us to Jesus Christ. And that's what I want to leave you with today, and that's all I have for now. Until next time, grace and peace.